a better life. StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you.
34 games in 9 months in the books, and the 2016 season comes down to one final match. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Playoff Soccer here on LAGalaxy.com. Live from the StubHub Center, it's the Western Conference Knockout Round match as your LA Galaxy get set to take on visiting Real Salt Lake. So happy you could join us on a very special night here at MLS. Christian Miles along for the ride, and this is the LA Galaxy team coming in off the back of some tepid form, but finishing third in the regular season, taking on the 6th place seed in the Western Conference, a team that's also pretty much off color right now, looking to turn things around as they get set to meet for the 5th time in the MLS Cup Playoffs. Now this harkens back to, of course, the big legendary matchup in 2009 that saw Real Salt Lake outlast the LA Galaxy on penalty kicks to claim the title. But it's been a long time coming since then, and quite a few playoff matches and encounters ever since. It was back in 2014 when LA managed to best Real Salt Lake 5-0, and then of course it was Real Salt Lake, the Utah side, managing to take care of LA 1 year prior. So now they look to even the scales. LA in the 7th ever meeting, and trying to build upon 3 wins to Real Salt Lake's 1 outright, and that 1 win standing big. Of course, it's time for our weather report, brought to you, of course, by LAGalaxy.com. 65 degrees with 67% humidity, and a great night for soccer here, folks. No winds, as the atmosphere is indeed electric here at the StubHub Center. Both of these two teams fighting for the right to take on the Colorado Rapids coming up on Sunday, a match that will take place in Colorado should the Galaxy emerge victorious. And a lot of talk about some lineup changes and injuries here for LA. First and foremost on their minds, they will be without the services tonight of Steven Gerrard, unable to feature, not included in the squad as he continues to nurse his hamstring problem. And a lot of talk about Gyasi Zardes, out with that broken metatarsal since August. He did not recuperate on time, but rumor has it that he is very close and might be available for this weekend. That remains to be seen. So a chop and change starting lineup today. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but first things first, the LA Galaxy trying to take care of business here on their home ground. Their only defeat coming against the Seattle Sounders back at the end of September, but now is when it counts, and they'll look to get the best over the visiting Real Salt Lake, trying to mount their first victory away from home, going all the way back to July. The Galaxy hope it isn't their night. They hope it's their night, and trying to get things done here on the positive side of things and find some consistency. This is normally the time of year when LA kick into high gear. We'll see what's in store. All right, we're just getting started. The build-up continues. It's LA and Real Salt Lake, the MLS Cup Playoffs. Yes, they're finally here. Stick around. There's more coming up. The pregame show continues to roll on right here on LAGalaxy.com.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
And we welcome you back to Carson, California. We are live at the StubHub Center as we get set for MLS Cup Playoff Fever as your LA Galaxy getting set to lock horns for the third and final time this season against visiting Real Salt Lake. And, well, if past and recent any recent indicators, we're going to see a lot of goals scored between these two. In fact, all in all, 14 in the prior two regular season games. The last time these two met, of course, back in September, when LA managed to take a share of the points in a 3-3 draw in Sandy, Utah. And back in April was LA thumping Real Salt Lake thanks to goals from Gyasi Zardes, Mike McGee, Emma Boateng, Giovanni Dos Santos, as well as Steven Gerrard. Even though he did miss a penalty kick and have it saved by Nick Raimondo, the Galaxy walked out 5-2 victors. So unbeaten, and that is the way they are hoping things will continue. But a lot of changes in the starting lineup. Time now to get to the team news. First, for your LA Galaxy, and some big shakeups here for Bruce Arena. 7 big changes from the team that drew against FC Dallas just a short time ago here on Sunday. Daniel Steres comes in for Romney in central defense. Ashley Cole reclaims his spot along the back line in place of AJ De La Garza, while Baggio Husidic is introduced in midfield as Rafael Garcia will hit the bench. Sebastian Lletget will revert to his normal role in the center of the park since the departure of Nigel de Jong. And of course, a welcome back for Giovanni Dos Santos, recently named the Los Angeles Galaxy Player of the Year. He takes his spot in the first 11 as Mike McGee will head to the bench. And Emma Boateng and Alan Gordon also coming back into the fray. So chopping and changing, only 4 holdovers from that team that drew goalless here against the Texans. And a big ask, of course, Gyasi Zardes and Steven Gerrard unavailable. But there is good news as Robbie Keane, who missed the last 2 games of the regular season, is available on the substitutes bench, along with De La Garza, Rafael Garcia, Dave Romney, and Jeff Laurentowicz. The backup goalkeeper tonight is Dan Kennedy. Also some changes here for Jeff Cassar and Real Salt Lake. A team coming off a disappointing 2-1 away defeat in Seattle on Sunday. We'll see Chris Wingert come back into the right-hand side of defense as Tony Beltran is dropped from the squad due to a back injury. It's the 19-year-old Justin Glad and Chris Schuler in central defense with DeMar Phillips, the 33-year-old Jamaican, operating at left back. A 4-3-3 style formation here with Kyle Beckerman, Javi Morales, who's reintroduced after coming on as a substitute on Sunday. João Plata has been problematic for the LA Galaxy, scoring twice and adding an assist this season in both of their 2 games. Juan Manuel Martinez as well as Olmes Garcia, the Argentinian and Colombian respectively, make up the 2 of the 3 changes as Garcia looking for his 2nd goal. The only time he found the back of the net was against the Chicago Fire over 2 months ago. So this is a Real Salt Lake team trying to put together a good run of form, but they have had problems finding the back of the net, only scoring twice in their last 6 games since that 3-3 draw back in Sandy on September 7th against this very same LA Galaxy. It could be tough sledding tonight because LA come in with the best defensive record in Major League Soccer, equal with Toronto FC, conceding just 39 times and aiming for a 10th shutout in regular season and playoff competition. So a tough line to breach. They are back to full health, and we'll see how the partnership of Daniel Steres and Jelle Van Dam get along tonight. Very much a first-choice lineup amongst the back four, and an area which Bruce Arena has praised for recent success, not giving away too many chances. However, it's on the other end of the pitch where the LA Galaxy are trying to right the wrong, so to speak, trying to create more clear-cut quality attacking chances. And of course, a lot of that onus falls upon the small shoulders of Giovanni Dos Santos, who has had a monumental season with 14 goals and 12 assists. We'll see how they get along. Stick around. It's the LA Galaxy pregame show. LA and Real Salt Lake, our playoff pregame show continues right after this.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
And just a little under 10 minutes to kick off here as the 2016 MLS Cup Playoffs get started here on the West Coast. The second game of the day coming on the heels of a big Toronto FC win 3-1 at the expense of the Philadelphia Union. And now your LA Galaxy looking to do the same here against Real Salt Lake as these two familiar foes get set to lock horns for the 5th time in the MLS Cup Playoffs. It is all to play for. The winner, of course, moves on to the Western Conference semifinals, something that Real Salt Lake failed to do the last time these two met back in 2014 when LA managed to take care of business 5-0 after a goalless first leg. LA looking for all the goals the first time out this time around and really trying to repeat the exploits that we saw in that campaign that saw them claim their 5th MLS Cup just 2 seasons ago. It's been tough sledding as of late, just 1 win in their last 5, and altogether a team that has sputtered down the stretch stretch with 3 wins in their last 14. Fortunately, though, this is a Real Salt Lake team that come into this fixture, into the playoffs, not in the best run of form. As I mentioned, after that 2-1 defeat against Seattle on Sunday, a winless run that stretches 7 games in which they've only managed to accrue 3 points. So indeed, a team not entering the playoffs in top form, but there has to be one victor. We shall see. Scoring goals, not a problem here for the LA Galaxy, but they will have to do it without 2 of their instrumental players in Giassi Zardes and Steven Gerrard. Robbie Keane, of course, starting on the bench, and he is expected to play a role in some shape or form this evening. They certainly could use him right now, coming off a disappointing goalless draw on Sunday. A short turnaround for these 2 squads. Can they put it together? Can they get things going? That is the question. Certainly, it is a very, very tough ask. 8th consecutive season and an MLS record 18th playoff appearance here for your LA Galaxy, a team that has more times than not progressed to the next phase. The only time that they failed to make it to the Western Conference semifinals, well, it happened just 1 year ago when they lost up at CenturyLink Field to the Seattle Sounders, and LA hoping to bounce back in positive fashion here against a Real Salt Lake team. Well, after missing out on the playoffs, looking for brighter fortunes here in 2016. We shall see what is in store. The away form from the visitors is encouraging. Only 4 wins in their 17 games on their travels. We'll see what's in store. The team, of course, that had the 3rd worst away record in the Western Conference, amassing a mere 14 points from 51 possible. And against the LA Galaxy in their house, and one of the toughest places to play, they like to call it a cathedral here in Southern California. It is a very tall order, and Bruce Arena will no doubt have his charges ready to play. It could be defensive, it could be wide open, and looks more so to the latter. All right, stick around. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups in first half kickoff. We'll get it started. It's the MLS Cup Playoffs, the Galaxy and Real Salt Lake. First half kickoff coming up next.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs. LA Galaxy is presented by Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
LA Galaxy is presented by Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
The smoke is cleared. All the pregame festivities are in the books, and we are going to get down to serious business. Welcome to Playoff Soccer here on LAGalaxy.com. So happy you could join us on a very special Wednesday evening. Joined by the coach, Ralph Perez. I'm Christian Miles, and it's now or never for the LA Galaxy here, Ralph. A short turnaround after the Sunday match to finish out the regular season. Inconsistent form. Just in short, what kind of a game are you expecting to see tonight, Coach?
Well, these teams have seen themselves a lot in the past 6-7 years as far as seeing each other in the playoffs. And there's been really some serious wars that have gone on both here and at Rio Tinto. Obviously, the last time was a real drubbing by the Galaxy on the second leg game here in StubHub. I think these two teams really know each other well. I think that the history between them has been really documented, and I anticipate, with the short turnaround, both coaches being foxy on that about holding certain players, putting certain. For me, I think the key here tonight is very simple. Can Giovanni Dos Santos be what the Galaxy need him to be? Can he be the instrumental part? Can Morales on the other side of it, can he be the instrumental part, being that player who's going to be the playmaker, finisher, and so forth? So it's going to be interesting. I think the Galaxy have always had some trouble matching up with Plata because of his shortness and his quickness. And it's going to be interesting as well tonight that, I see the Galaxy has the upper hand. Two reasons. One, they're at home. Two, I think when you look at the overall experience that Bruce has as a coach in putting his team in this position over Cassar, I think that's a big plus for the Galaxy. And then obviously that they played home Sunday and they played home tonight, where these guys, Salt Lake, have had to go to Seattle on Sunday, then come back, and then come back to Los Angeles. That's a little tougher.
Yes, indeed. Of course, Jeff Cassar embarking on his first game in charge of a playoff team, the manager of Real Salt Lake, the second-year man, after failing to make the MLS Cup playoffs in 2015. You touched on a real interesting topic here. Giovanni Dos Santos, is it as simple as him just waving his magic wand? Because there have to be other players that need to step up. Robbie Keane beginning on the bench, no Gyasi Zardes, and no Steven Gerrard.
Well, I think what it really boils down to, he's had that season for them. He's scored goals, he's had assists, and I think that he's had the breakout season for the Galaxy this year with the injuries to Robbie and the injuries to Gerrard. So I think that's your designated player. That's what you need him to do now, is to step his game up. If there's one guy that I think is very important tonight, is Sebastian Lletget. For me, I think he's coming on. He's been playing centrally. Putting him alongside Hasidic today, I think will be a good combination. Two young guys that could cover a lot of ground. And the interesting question, Landon started the last two games. Landon played 90, so let's see what happens tonight.
So Real Salt Lake get us underway, and of course they will kick from left to right across your screen. The Galaxy in their home white and looking for a strong start. Here's Emma Boateng, the speedy Ghanaian, linking up with Alan Gordon, who will get the start. And Gordon very much a striker on form. 3 goals in his last 6 games, and how he would love to get one tonight. Seba Lletget continuing to start in that central role, part of a midfield 2 setup here for Bruce Arena, and a lot of attacking firepower out there with Gio Dos Santos, Emma Boateng, as well as the veteran Landon Donovan in support of Alan Gordon. One would expect possession, Ralph, to be paramount to the LA Galaxy approach tonight.
Well, I think it'll happen as well, because you can see right now that Real Salt Lake has got, 9 guys behind the ball.
Far side for Landon Donovan, 1v1 against his old U.S. men's national team teammate Kyle Beckerman, and LD earns the first corner of the evening here for the Galaxy, and they'll bring up their heavy artillery, namely Daniel Steres and Jelle Van Dam, both 6 feet tall and over.
You can see right there, Christian, that the attitude of Real Salt Lake. Everyone back to defend this corner. The entire team is inside the penalty box.
Giovanni Dos Santos hovering just on the edge of the D. A whistle as this one is taken. And referee Alan Kelly just trying to put a halt to things and cool some tempers from the get-go. Playoff temper, playoff soccer here, as this one means everything for both of these two. The winner moves on. The loser goes home and is finished with Major League Soccer in 2016. So on the second attempt, Donovan puts one right in off the head of Gordon, who pops up brilliantly inside the penalty box. It's taken over by RSL Joao Plata, who's dispossessed, and a robust challenge in the back from LA Galaxy fullback Robbie Rogers. Flag is up far side against Donovan, so a free kick here for Real Salt Lake. And a strong start, LA on the proverbial front foot here, Ralph.
Well, I think one of the things you know, both teams know, and especially since this is a one-game shot. It's a win or go home. It's not like a home leg and an away leg. So there's no 2 legs to this series. So I think really for the Galaxy, I think it's important to start strong and really put Real Salt Lake under pressure early.
So Nick Raimondo with his first touch, and a nice clever flick from Jelle Van Dam. He's back into the fold and having a sensational season, the big Belgian. He's at the heart of that LA Galaxy back four that have been so difficult to break down. Going forward is the name of the game here, as Boateng linking up with Ashley Cole, and his 35-year-old legs couldn't keep that one in, so it will be a throw for the visitors. Consistency we talked about being an issue. And, we talked about form coming in, 7 winless for RSL. The Galaxy have had their problems here, which is 3 wins in 14. Is this a time of year you just throw the form book out the window?
When you're in those situations, clearly the coaches throw them out. And players, they just say, hey, this is a new season. Let's move on. If it was something positive, then you hold on to it. Something negative, you let it go.
So a fresh start. Steres knocks it forward. The former LA Galaxy Los Dos Defender of the Year. And big Jelle Van Dam just shielding out the presence of the 24-year-old Colombian striker Olmes Garcia, who gets the start today. Yurimov Sisian not featuring in the starting 11. And Movsisian on the substitutes bench. Of course, the Armenian from nearby Pasadena. Bit of a homecoming for him. Here's Usidic, who gives it away for Kyle Beckerman. And he does the same for Sebastian Lletget. A little bit frenetic here, but an up-tempo beginning. This is Robbie Rogers. Real potent front 5 as Usidic is expected to drop back and play that proverbial number 6 role, or that shield in front of that back 4. Lletget getting forward as you would expect, and he pumps one in. Great looking cross met by the head of Alan Gordon, and everyone rises to their feet here at StubHub. This is Boateng trying to pile on the pressure. He's a real live wire, diminutive, that plays a big game, and that cross was speculative, not well dealt with by Nick Raimondo, but the flag had gone up against the Galaxy.
Well, the Galaxy again, Christian, putting them under pressure early, serving some balls, getting some people in the box, challenging, And obviously an experienced player like Nick Raimondo, you don't see him bobble balls like that very often. But he's trying right now to slow things down a little bit, get him up, get him out, and take a little time off that clock.
Now, Raimondo did save a penalty kick the last time he visited the LA Galaxy back in April, stopping Steven Gerrard's spot kick on the 23rd, but ultimately in vain as they were thumped 5-2. It's been a goal fest these last few times these two have met this year. The third and final meeting. And this one you could say for all the marbles. The 4-2-3-1 setup now with Leggett wide for Robbie Rogers. We'll see Steris flare out of that wide roll and Bazio Husidic drop in between Steris and Jelle Van Dam. Steris now for Giovanni Dos Santos. Ashley Cole. Trying to cut it inside. Met by a robust challenge. And it's won back nicely by Juan Manuel Martinez, the Argentinian, who links up with his countryman Javi Morales. Wide now for João Plata, the Ecuadorian, trying to drop that shoulder against Landon Donovan. It's well won back by the Galaxy defense. You know, there are some live wires out there. We talked about the pace of Boateng, and there's a certain talented number 10 out there for Real Salt Lake as well.
Well, I think, as you can see, on a night like this in the playoffs, always bring something else. You're not going to get some head of steam going. If anything comes, you're going to get fouled and stop you from going forward in the playoff time.
Here's Gio trying to feed the inside channel for Boateng, easily cut out by RSL's Chris Wingert. One back. This is Morales wide for Plata. And his 9 goals and 12 assists this season. He's really led the way. Equal top goal scorer for the team, along with Yurimov Sissin, who's nursing just a little bit of a heel injury. It's kept him in and out of the starting lineup in the latter parts of the regular season. Near side now for Martinez. Winger, he joins in from right back. Good looking cross. Out comes Brian Rowe, who did very well. An assured first touch for the LA Galaxy goalkeeper.
Well, this is going to be the big challenge for the Galaxy with him. In goal, limited playoff experience. How's he going to respond now? I mean, he's had a good regular season. How's he going to really step it up in the playoffs, which you need your goalkeeper to do? Obviously, you give that big plus to Real Salt Lake with all the experience Nick Raimondo has.
Indeed. Brian Rowe making his MLS Cup Playoffs debut this evening. Sure, a lot of nerves down there. So the captain tonight, Jelle Van Dam. And the Belgian just sauntering forward into that RSL half. Boateng just trying to lead it for Ashley Cole, and cleaned up at the back by Justin Glad, the 19-year-old, who's part of that central defensive partnership with Chris Schuler. Team, of course, that has allowed 46 goals. Real Salt Lake, that's good enough for second most in the Western Conference, so they have been charitable this season, RSL. Rogers for Donovan. Good support here from Giovanni Dos Santos. Hasn't found the back of the net since September 11th. It's such a key cog, and he's had to shoulder a lot of the burden by himself. This is Jelle Van Dam. Ashley Cole, very much a defensive posture adopted here by RSL, daring LA to break them down. Boateng lets it run. Ashley Cole is in. Ashley Cole squares it across, and Gordon was there. Oh my, it was a great build-up play from the LA Galaxy. We just couldn't finish it off.
I was thinking that, Ashley was going to take that shot. He was going to go try to, hit it on goal, but he decides to cut that ball across. But Landon was behind, and the defender cut it out. But there was a great opportunity there for something more to happen, but it didn't. And so far, the first 10 minutes, you can see the Galaxy carrying the play right now.
And Bruce Arena came out and said in the media leading up to the game that he expected Real Salt Lake to perhaps sit back and absorb a lot of the pressure, especially being away from home. And that's exactly what we've seen early on. And Schuller with a terrible mistake here. Eventually bailed out. Quite a scare for the visitors. The boot up, and Van Dam only too happy to take over. He's just set up camp permanently in the RSL half. Boateng, no cross that could beat Chris Wingert this time. Support this time by Sebastian Lletget. He's trying to carve out a spot here. He's done well. Boateng across and straight into the gloves of Nick Romano. But once again, LA come knocking on the door.
That was a good ball driven in. Good run near post by Alan Gordon, but also even better yet, a better play by Nick Romano, who is rubbing the top of his head there and still down. Took a good knock there, I think, and the referee's going to wave the athletic trainer on right now.
The flag stay down for Emma Boateng. Good looking ball across, and it was the run of Alan Gordon who just caught a piece of the RSL goalkeeper. What a wonderful servant Nick Romano has been. Well, fans, don't miss a single match for the 2017 LA Galaxy season. Secure the best seats at the best price. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $16.50 per match. You can find it at lagalaxy.com/season tickets. A couple of good chances here, and LA looking very sharp. And it really hasn't been a question of possession and fluid movement in the middle. It's been the ability to break down defenses, Ralph, in the final attacking third.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that you can see right now with the Galaxy right now, for me, is that you can see that they've come out with the right mentality, the right attitude, and I think for Real Salt Lake, they're doing a very good job of just weathering that push that the Galaxy are putting on them right now in these first 12 minutes of play.
I'm sure the nerves are jangling right now. Wingert, high pressure now as Gordon presses. Intercepted by Robbie Rogers, but won back by Javi Morales. He's at the center of everything, the 36-year-old Argentine, very much the creative fulcrum in midfield. He'll sit just behind Garcia, and he's done well. Just drifting over that far touchline, and a throw for the Galaxy.
When you really think about this game, and one of the things that's so important early in the game, what you always want when you get in the playoffs, is starting strong, really putting the other team back on their heels, especially when you're at home, and that really has happened so far. Now can the Galaxy maintain that and continue that? That's something that's been a little bit of a problem for them during the course of the year at different games.
So Baggio Husidic carries as far as Robbie Rogers, more advanced. Good run from Landon Donovan. Flag is down for LD. Good ball across, the flick on, and the goal is in. Beautiful assist, and it's Alan Gordon for the fourth time in 7 games. Gordo to the rescue, and the Galaxy are off and running. 1-0.
Well, it was a great build-up. It was a fantastic, ball played through. Nice movement by Landon Donovan on the flank. A great flick on, and then there was Gordon marked all alone inside from the 6. He's not going to miss that, but it was a nice little stutter step by Landon and a great little flick on by Gio, and then tremendous for Gordon, and that's exactly what you want for a recipe there within the first 15 to get one.
Lovely flick, the ball in from Donovan. It was made by the San Jose Earthquakes and finished off by the San Jose Earthquakes with a little bit of Mexican ingenuity in between. A wonderful flick, and the 13th assist of the season for Giovanni Dos Santos, and the 4th goal of the campaign for big Alan Gordon, the 4th and the biggest of 2016 for the LA Galaxy striker.
And for all those fans that are just struggling to get in with the weeknight traffic, I feel for them because they missed the goal, and but it was a great goal. It was a nice ball that started off with Robbie Rogers' weighted through pass to Landon on the flank. Good movement by Landon to get the cross in, and a lovely flick on all the way around. Well done for the Galaxy to get that goal in the first 15.
Experience prevail. And that's exactly what we've seen. And as Donovan The wonderful ball across, turning back to the days of yore, the 34-year-old now making his 3rd consecutive start since coming out of retirement. And boy, have they needed him with all the injuries and such. Chelsea Zardes out since August, and what a welcome back it's been for Landon. Of course, searching for his 7th MLS Cup. Won a couple, of course, with San Jose and 4 with the Galaxy. And the crowd fully behind them here. An electric atmosphere at StubHub. The goal scorer, Gordon, not quite able to get to that one. Cut out nicely by Schuler. And here's Sunday Stevens, the man they call Sonny, a Nigerian at the heart of that RSL midfield. And now the question is, what kind of a response will we see from Real Salt Lake?
Well, I think what it does all the time is now it's changed a little bit of the tactics. You know, you go 0-0, you're okay. But now taking one, it's like all of a sudden, that's a wake up. Now we got to, you know, and I think the response is that they don't want to come out right away because there's still plenty of time, but it surely puts a little bit of, you know, pressure on them now.
Far side, and here is Javi Morales. Going to carve open this LA defense. Beckerman heavy on that touch. It's Kyle Beckerman on deflection, and a scary moment for the Galaxy as it sails over Brian Rose bar. A little space opening up just in front of the penalty area.
That ball worked out well for Kyle. He came in and he really got all of it. The deflection makes those tough. Sometimes they dip over the goalkeeper, but that one dipped over and went over the bar, luckily for the Galaxy.
So the first corner for RSL. Joao Plata to take it. Good looking delivery and popping off the head of Schuler, who did well to win it, but couldn't steer it and keep it down towards the target. So a goal kick here for Brian Rowe. Little flick forward here, and Dos Santos can't claim it. This is Schuler. Here's Winger. Positive response, but really nothing that's found too much penetration. Just that attempt from Beckerman here in the first quarter of an hour. Strong start for LA, and they get that elusive first goal. Goals that have been hard to come by here. 4th best attack in Major League Soccer, but just the goal against Houston amounting to the only strike in their last 2 games. Of course, goalless here on Sunday against SC Dallas, and who went on to win the Supporters' Shield. The Galaxy, of course, would gladly swap a Supporters' Shield for an MLS Cup. It's in. It's Javi Morales. Just gets tangled up with Emma Boateng, and the referee points to the spot. Penalty kick for Real Salt Lake.
Well, we're looking at it now in the playbook here, and I mean, Lord, that's a dive, and that was really questionable because he comes around Boateng on the other side of the guy, and there's no, he doesn't get the ball, but he doesn't get the man either, and it's amazing that he's calling a penalty. Shocking.
Yeah, a little bit of tempers flaring as well. Sunday Stevens getting into it and having some words with Yella Van Dam and Alan Gordon, but another look. And Javi Morales going down on the slightest of touches there from Emma Boateng. And from our vantage point here, Ralph.
Well, when I saw it, I didn't think it was a foul. And then I saw his leg hit Boateng's leg in behind, and then he went down on that contact, and he really embellished that one. And they got a big gift there, and that's a harsh call. And now they got a penalty kick coming here, and that was a tough one for the Galaxy. I mean, they haven't even had a deep penetration, and that's the first one in the box.
So a gift to Real Salt Lake in the mind games as Yella Van Dam has words. It's going to be Joao Plata standing over it from 12 yards out. A harsh call against the Los Angeles Galaxy here. And a great chance for Real Salt Lake to claw their way back into this one. A vital moment here, 20 minutes in. All eyes to Alan Kelly. It's Plata against Brian Woe, and the Ecuadorian slaps it in, and we are level. For the second time this season, little João Plata with a big strike from the penalty spot to make it 1-1.
Well, I tell you, it happens at every level of soccer. That penalty kick call sometimes can go for you, against you, and clearly, I mean, I'm trying to be. I'm not being biased. I'm just calling it the way I see it. When I saw the whole action live, I didn't think it was a penalty. Watching the replay, I still don't think it's a penalty, but at the end of the day, it is, and he scores on it, and there's nothing more that can be said about it.
Now, the only opinion that counts is the referee's and Alan Kelly. A little hesitation, but the referee pointing to this spot after the contact from Emma Boateng, and that's where we stand. Alan Gordon, meanwhile, will have to swap his kit out as his shirt was torn in that conversation and altercation with Sunday Stevens. So a little bit of everything here at the StubHub Center. Meanwhile, Javi Morales will continue to receive some medical treatment there, and the protests from Bruce Arena to the referee and the officiating staff, loud and vehement. Your LA Galaxy are the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Be a part of the action as your LA Galaxy look to capture a record 6th MLS Cup. Tickets on sale now at lagalaxy.com/playoffs. Oh my, this one turned on its head. 2 goals in the space of 7 minutes. The Plata penalty wiping out the early strike by Alan Gordon. It was just the slightest of contact from Emmanuel Boateng on Javi Morales, who is very slow to walk to the near touchline, by the way. So Jeff Cassar may be forced into making an early change. We shall see.
My opinion, I think he's 100% fine. I think he's just using that as to say, hey, I got fouled on the PK. He'll be in there in a second.
Perhaps adding a little bit of the legitimacy to what a lot of these LA Galaxy supporters, I'm sure, would call a phantom penalty kick awarded. So back to square one for the home side, and Seba Lletget providing the thrust in the center of midfield, and he is brought down, and the referee awarding a free kick. So at least there is consistency in the officiating.
Well, I think the challenge now, is not to let it frustrate you. Move on, because it's done, and just have to go back to square one, as you said, because that's the way it is. I mean, that's the nature of our game. So it's a matter of now the Galaxy bouncing back.
So Landon Donovan standing over this free kicker about 40 yards out. He belts one in right off the head of Kyle Beckerman, who Sidic has a go, and it's blocked by Sunday Stevens, chased down deep into defensive third by Javi Morales, who was fouled moments ago, but on the supplying end as he brings down Landon Donovan, and a free kick just inside the far touchline here for the Galaxy.
And in the past, especially in the playoffs, these two teams have really gotten after it, and because so much is at stake, this clearly tonight is going to continue, and I think that's where the referee is going to have to get a real good hold of this and not let it escape his grasp.
So we'll see what's in store right now. The Galaxy looking to claw their way back in front off that left foot on that far side, chipped in by Lletget. Free header, Alan Gordon. Oh my goodness, a golden opportunity for his second, as he was totally unmarked and unchallenged, but he couldn't put it on target. A chance that falls by the wayside.
There was great movement on that free kick, and 2 players start with Allen, then they go bend away and go back post. Allen stayed central, and the ball came right to him, and he couldn't have been more open, and his header just goes wide. I mean, if he puts that on frame either side, it's a goal, and surely an opportunity lost. Oof, didn't miss much by that far post.
Real Salt Lake blowing their defensive assignment. Meanwhile, Giovanni Dos Santos trying to weave his magic through the midfield, taken over by Gordon, who drops deep, finds an onside Landon Donovan as Robbie Rogers makes the run to the inside channel. Good soccer right now for the Galaxy on the build-up. Flag is down. Rogers across. And intercepted by Real Salt Lake's Chris Schuler. They've been beleaguered back there in Real Salt Lake. Wave after wave pouring forward as we hit the midpoint of half number 1. A vital playoff clash here at the StubHub. Leggett back to goal is Alden Gordon. Boateng getting his way through. It's Emma Boateng. Oh, you bet. Sweet as candy. And the little Ghanaian with his biggest goal as an MLS professional. The Galaxy storm out in front once again. 2-1.
You talk about some magic there with some quick feet and dribbling skills by Amir Boateng there. What a goal. That clearly is his best goal of the year, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Galaxy. But wow, some quick feet dribbling through in a maze there in tight spaces, got through, had enough composure as he comes for the shot to just go with the outside of his foot and stroke it there at far post. And there was nothing Ramondo could do. And you talk about answering the bell of conceding one and then getting one back before the half. That's big time by the Galaxy.
The Galaxy off the mat, back out in front. Felt aggrieved after a contentious decision by referee Alan Kelly to award the penalty kick. And right back where they were a few moments ago. 12 minutes and 3 goals. And this one living up to the usual fashion between these two. Goals have been the order of the day each and every time they have met, and looks to be the case this time around. Emma Boateng with a huge strike, and he would love to be playing Real Salt Lake each and every time out, as the little Ghanaian now gets his 3rd in just his 1-year career against the Utah side. He's been a thorn in their back pocket, that's for sure. But Kyle Beckerman now leading the charge just past midfield, setting it up on that far side for the left fullback today, DeMar Phillips, the 33-year-old Jamaican. Here's Garcia with a rare touch. Plata on the burst through, just trying to find that pocket of space between the two lines. Vucinic dwelled on it a little too long, and RSL able to win it back. And it's been a positive response each time from Real Salt Lake that LA has scored. A full, meaty challenge, you'd have to say, from Yella Van Dam, and off to the races is Seba Leggett. Here's Gio Dos Santos, the Mexico international, on a big switch now. The former U.S. men's national team star Landon Donovan, who awaits the overlap. Robbie Rogers arrives, first touch just on the edge of the box, summoning the defense there, and it's well played by DeMar Phillips. Back and forth we go. It's Plata now, taking that ball from Garcia. And the backtracking of Landon Donovan coming in from behind and able to win it back. And much to the delight of this partisan LA Galaxy crowd.
Well, I think one of the things that you're seeing here tonight, you're going to see that because it is playoff time, that extra effort. You know, your outside midfielders coming back, slide tackling, breaking plays up. I mean, this is what, you know, playoff soccer is all about.
There's just a certain feel, an extra bite in the air as Morales brings down Baggio Vucinic inside his own half. Free kick here for the LA Galaxy. They call it the playoff atmosphere, playoff soccer, whatever. The stakes are up, and both of these two clubs very much up for it.
Well, you know, if you say to me that, you know, in the beginning, the way the game was started out, it's going to be nip and tuck, but all of a sudden we've got a series of 3 goals already in less than a half hour. You know, this game has the makings that, you know, the Galaxy, I think, are going to still always be in a good situation, because by leading, they're going to force Real Salt Lake to have to come with this being a 1-game winner-take-all type of atmosphere.
The goal coming on the 26th minute for Emmanuel Boateng, near side for Ashley Cole. Challenged and won by Juan Manuel Martinez. The Argentinian did well, but the passing game lets them down, and Vucinic reclaims it midfield. Donovan finds his way to Sebastian Leggett. Flag is down against that high back line that likes to push far up the pitch, Real Salt Lake. They've already been made to pay once and twice. LA looking to make it a 3rd time lucky. So the corner kick coming up now, standing over it is the left foot of Giovanni Dos Santos. Landon Donovan will drop a little bit short here. And we'll see Jelle Van Dam and Daniel Steres come forward from their central defensive positions. And this could be a massive moment here as LA look for their third inside a half an hour. So Dos Santos and Donovan, once enemies, now co-conspirators here, trying to unlock this Real Salt Lake defense once again for the third time. Dos Santos hangs one up, and well dealt with by Chris Schuler. It goes right back into the danger zone, drops to the feet of Husidic, who can't wrap his right foot around it. Donovan for Gio. Good ball across. Boateng for the supporting Jelle Van Dam, who launches one inside, seeking out Sebastian Lletget, but that was going to be wishful thinking as he was sandwiched by two Real Salt Lake defenders. The far side now, and Plata making a foray into the LA Galaxy half, but no problem for Los Angeles, who've looked very comfortable in defense thus far.
No, they've done a very good job in the transition of getting back quick to stop any really quick counterattacks by Real Salt Lake.
Each year in the U.S. alone, as many as 2 million youth experience a period of homelessness. Save the date and join us for a sleep out at StubHub Center coming up on November 11th so that homeless youth don't have to. For more information, please visit LAGalaxySleepout.org. Contact at midfield. Referee waves play on. Back to goal is Alan Gordon, and about 50 yards away locates Landon Donovan, who's floated out to the left-hand side. And this is trouble here for Real Salt Lake. The square ball across, intercepted nicely by Kyle Beckerman. Beckerman always seems to pop up at the right place at the right time. And here's a barnstorming run from Jelle Van Dam, who's hacked down from behind. And there's no shortage of attacking adventure from the big Belgian tonight, Ralph.
No, he's going to leave it all on the field, but that's been his MO all season long. I mean, he comes, he won that ball. He likes to do that every so often, win a ball, get forward, try to get into the attack. You know, and you got to appreciate that facet of his mentality. And the Galaxy will just play it short and go again.
Well, the scoreline won't read it, but it's been all LA here in the first 33 minutes. The goal coming from the spots, very much against the run of play. The Galaxy with a reinvigorated fire lit underneath them. Just the space of 2 days rest. Sebastian Lletget, nice little two-man game as Boateng has floated out wide on the right-hand side. The overlapping run from the right fullback, Robbie Rogers. Boateng just on the edge of the box, thought about it, squares it across. Giovanni Dos Santos trying to chip it forward. It's a good thing it didn't make its way to Alan Gordon, who is visibly in the offside position.
Right, and I think that Gio should have just gone with it himself and be a little more selfish and try to get a shot, you know, because I think he can rip one from top of the box there.
What a barnstorming start it's been here for the LA Galaxy. Chris Wingert, though, slices inside of Landon Donovan. Early ball played forward on that far side. Brought down by Omez Garcia. The Colombian winds one up. And it's held by Brian Rowe, who bobbled it slightly, but able to recover in time before João Plata could get there.
Yeah, I think the challenge there, you know, with the Galaxy tonight is that, you know, is just you know, it's kind of like you're saying, it's a lot of them having the ball, but you got to still be careful for those moments that, you know, Real Salt Lake come at you, and it's tougher for the goalkeeper when he's not seeing those actions all the time, or he's taking and dealing with a lot of shots.
Husidic on a run to midfield before he's chopped down by the RSL striker Omez Garcia. Robbie Keane on the bench tonight. No Steven Gerrard. Giassi Zardes unable to go, but is reportedly very close to being able to feature. Emma Boateng, though, dropping that shoulder, races right past Amar Phillips. Emma Boateng is on fire, and the LA Galaxy have erupted for their third. The little Ghanaian with his second. LA 3, RSL 1.
Well, they moved him to the right side and switched with Landon. Doesn't make a difference. The left-right, he's on fire tonight. And again, it was a situation that we talked about on Sunday's game with Dallas. You know, not starting him, right, resting him, and clearly, you know, it's a great to see him just play so well, where he's going at defenders with his pace and speed from a really tough angle to score, Christian. I mean, that's not an easy angle to tuck that ball away and he puts it far post again, and you know, it's a real acute angle, and it hit the only place that it could hit to be a goal.
Beautifully placed, and Emma Boateng has scored 4 goals this season, and all 4 have come at the expense of Real Salt Lake. He scored his first strike all the way back on April 23rd in that 5-2 thrashing, and LA once again well on their way. The second time in a matter of 2 months in which they've scored at least 3 on Real Salt Lake, and the 3rd time in total this season. Still a lot of soccer remaining, 10 minutes to go until halftime, but it's all going according to plan. The goals, of course, just 8 minutes apart by Emma Boateng to complement the strike on the 14th minute from Alan Gordon, and there's been no response right now from Real Salt Lake. Boateng again supported by Robbie Rogers, who cuts it central now for Sebastian Leggett.
Well, I think one of the things now is that, you know, all of a sudden from getting the PK where you equalize, now you find yourself down 2. You're scratching your head a little bit if you're Real Salt Lake, saying, whoa, what's happening to us here? How can we regroup? You know, and you need to regroup now. Can't wait till halftime.
Well, LA have made a habit of scoring some big goals against RSL. They're 11th in 3 games so far in 2016. They scored 5 2 years ago in the second leg of the Western Conference playoff clash in the final, en route to MLS Cup number 5. That was coming after a goalless draw in Sandy, Utah, but it's all clicking right now, and they're oozing with confidence. A sexy little run there from Seba Leggett, pulls it across, trying to locate Emmanuel Boateng. It's all going according to plan right now for the hosts.
Well, there's good ball movement, there's good spacing out there, and the Galaxy look really sharp, the way you want to be going into the playoffs right now.
This is night and day from what we've seen the last few months towards the end of the regular season. The sleeping giant has awoken, as they have time and time again in the MLS Cup playoffs. Near side for Jelle Van Dam inside the RSL half, supported by Baggio Husidic. He's been tasked with the dirty work once again, in a position that he relishes. He'll just be pulling the string and allow that front 5 to carve open their chances at will. Long searching ball from Van Dam, trying to pick out Ashley Cole. And a good situation right there of Van Dam trying to vary the approach here for the Galaxy. Not a bad decision to hit it long once in a while, and especially against the defense.
Yeah, it's
Real
high.
Salt Lake to like to play a high line.
Yeah, and Ashley was on the run there, but you know, it was just driven too far on that one.
Garcia loses out to Jelle Van Dam and drops to the near side of the foot of Juan Manuel Martinez, who's fouled by Landon Donovan. Bruce Arena does a double-handed wave to the referee in disgust, clearly not agreeing with that decision, as he has pretty much done all night. Here's Morales, who just pumps one in, but the head of Jelle Van Dam able to clear it away. Lovely first touch from Gordon to release him at Boateng. And here comes the slick counterattack from the Galaxy. It's Boateng trying to breeze past Phillips, as he did a moment ago, and he does enough to earn another free kick deep inside the Real Salt Lake half. And right now, DeMar Phillips cannot live with Emma Boateng.
Well, he's a handful. With that pace, you know, he's just, you know, especially open field, that's a nightmare for a defender to one-on-one to try to deal with him, and he got a yellow card for that one. But you know, again, the Galaxy look good tonight, and they look, you know, you can't say you switch it on, you know, you got to be ready, but it sure looks like the Galaxy found the switch to turn it on tonight, and they're really cooking with some gas right now.
So Giovanni Dos Santos will stand over it, no doubt about the foul from Phillips. Little protest from the visitors, who are in serious peril right now. Giovanni Dos Santos standing over the free kick about 45 yards out. The head of Jelle Van Dam able to make contact amongst a sea of red and white, but in the end safely trickles into the gloves of Nick Raimondo. The Galaxy proving they can beat you in a variety of ways with the aerial dimension, and of course playing that attractive stuff on the floor, that's for sure. Possession back to the hosts.
That's a tough foul there, but the Galaxy are working hard, and they're working really on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Well, train like the pros, do it at LA Galaxy Winter Soccer Camps driven by Chevy. Check out all the winter camps at lagalaxy.com/camps for a full schedule and locations. An expansive approach. Far side now for Robbie Rogers is Giovanni Dos Santos, drops very deep. Just trying to play the role of the conductor for an orchestra that's really struck all the right notes this evening. Sebastian Lletget filling in central midfield. And the passes are smooth and sublime. Here's Ashley Cole, wraps his left foot around it, but blocked by Chris Wingert, so a throw for the hosts. 5 minutes to go until halftime.
Well, what's really happened is the movement. You know, they're playing, they're moving for each other. They know if they move, they're going to get the ball, and so you get that high energy level going right now, and that's what the Galaxy are doing at this stage of the game.
Well, it was Ashley Cole trying to work the 1-2 with Sebastian Lletget, and it was Wingert just holding on to the English fullback, so a free kick, and Wingert is going to be booked. The second man cautioned in the space of 2 minutes, this time for dissent. Might have had something extra to say to Alan Kelly, not quite sure.
Well, they're getting frustrated out there. I mean, there's no question about it. You know, you come here, you want to do something special in the playoffs, and all of a sudden, you know, everything you're doing isn't turning out, and it's getting very, very frustrated for them as far as, you know, committing these fouls, and that's where those fouls are coming from, frustration.
Nothing too severe on the foul initially from Wingert, but a little extra commentary, seeing him become the second man booked along with DeMar Phillips. So a free kick, and this is advantageous now. Giovanni Dos Santos just outside the box, curls one to the far post. Jelle Van Damme rises like a monolith. And once again, the header off target. And the LA Galaxy, Ralph, are gobbling up everything inside the penalty area.
Well, I think it's like almost like a boxer. You know, they're up against the ropes, Real Salt Lake. They're not able to, they're a little dazed, and the Galaxy are moving, and they're jumping, they're fighting for balls, and really making a big difference out there. And you could see the fire. You know, he runs by two guys to get up for that ball, Van Damme.
And Ed's still looking for his first goal in Major League Soccer, which has probably been the only thing that's overshadowed a brilliant season here in MLS for the former Standard Liège man. Here's Olmes Garcia forced to drop back now, and RSL trying to build something of consequence, but a cheap giveaway and an errant touch from Wingert allows Cole to win it back. Dos Santos at midfield slips right behind Sunday as well as Kyle Beckerman and sprays it wide to that far side, deep into the corner now for Emmer Boateng, who puts on the brakes and works his way around DeMar Phillips in too aggressive fashion. Referee's assistant not liking the play from the little Ghanaian, so a free kick here for RSL.
He's working hard, Boateng, tonight, and he's a thorn in the Real Salt Lake, whether he's on the right side or the left side. The only place they haven't put him yet is in the center, but he's having a great game, and you know, quite frankly, it might be his best game in his career so far with the Galaxy, because he's playing superb.
Rising well is Steris to win it. Sebastian Lletget walking the tightrope over there. And this time it's Emma Boateng getting a little chalk on his cleats. An expansive approach. You know, we've talked about LA winning a lot of the wide areas against some of their Western Conference opponents in the past. And once again, it's proving to be the perfect tonic this evening. Kept in by Robbie Rogers, but it's given away. And Olmes Garcia only too happy to oblige. He slips in behind the former Columbus Crew man. He's got himself a free kick. A little bit of a mistake there from the LA Galaxy fullback. What a first half here as we head into the final moments. A good tempo, great atmosphere, and plenty of goals. This is where Real Salt Lake, as he move into the final minute plus added on time, could really do themselves a big favor here. Ralph standing over the free kick. Sent in by Wingert and met by the head of Baggio Husidic. Sunday Stevens now. Supported on the near side by Juan Manuel Martinez, the 31-year-old Argentine. The attack has not clicked into gear for RSL. Phillips. Stevens now for winger. Garcia's calling for it just on the edge of the box. It comes out wide to the near side. Martinez drops that shoulder near, pulls it in, but Jelle Van Dam there. Here's Beckerman, who chips it right back into the area, but overhits it, and a goal kick for Brian Rowe.
That's the kind of things the way it's going now. You know, Beckerman is trying to do something. They're really, you know, they need halftime right now, RSL. They need to regroup. They need to find their way, because clearly the Galaxy have come out in this first half and have really hit them hard and heavy.
It can't come too soon for them.
He's given 2 minutes there of injury time as Kevin Stott held up the injury time.
Well, at halftime back in April, it was the exact same scoreline at the break, 3-1 for the LA Galaxy. Something about Real Salt Lake that brings out the best in them. You couldn't pick a better time of year for things to be hitting all the right notes. Garcia winning the header over Landon Donovan. Beckerman cleans it up now, and this is where RSL could really use a positive finish to the end of the first half that's been, quite frankly, miserable in the first 45 minutes. Javi Morales now wide for DeMar Phillips. Stoppage time rolls around. The big switch now for Chris Ringert, the right fullback, locating Juan Manuel Martinez. Been relishing those chances against Ashley Cole, but hasn't had much luck against the English fullback, who's really turned back the clock, going back to his old Arsenal days. And once again, an unfavorable whistle against LA. Quickly taken free kick, and Cole intercepts. It pops right back for an onside. Martinez surveys his option, pulls it back for Beckerman. A lot of white shirts inside the box. Martinez is offside, and Real Salt Lake see that one fizzle out into nothing.
Well, I tell you one thing is that you know, the Galaxy have really been spot on as far as reacting to things out there today defensively. I mean, this game tonight, you know, you say after, you know, the kind of season they had, regular season, what are they, you know, a lot of people asking me how they're going to be in the playoffs, how they're going to react, a quick turnaround. Well, I think the first half has shown that there's still a lot of qualities of championship soccer in the Galaxy, and this first half was probably a great demonstration of that.
Well, indeed, saying, hey, hold on. There's a lot of fight. Alan Gordon does well to keep it in. Chests it just inside the near touchline. Boateng trying to pick out Giovanni Dos Santos, but it's headed away by Chris Schuler. Here's Beckerman, and that's going to do it. A wild first 45 minutes here as the MLS Cup playoffs get kicked off in style. It only took LA 14 minutes to get on target. Alan Gordon doing the damage. A tough penalty kick awarded as Emma Boateng was deemed to have brought down Javi Morales. And João Plata able to equalize, but 2 strikes from Emma Boateng. And right now, Ralph Perez, the Galaxy are hitting all the right notes.
Well, I think they are. They're getting a good performance, and I mean, clearly for me, I mean, the man of the hour is Boateng. I mean, 2 of those goals were realistically individual brilliance. I mean, I'm not going to throw the word out Messi, but Messi-like in the sense of individual flair, going at people and really shooting and creating chances by himself. It really wasn't any combination, as the first goal was a real good combination play build-up, you know. But the 2 that he has scored have been, you know, outside the left foot, you know, inside the far post with a shot. So I mean, it's a great start for the Galaxy, but I'm sure Bruce is going to throw in their head, hey, we were in this situation in Salt Lake a couple months back, 3-1 up. Let's not let this thing get away from us tonight.
And we'll see what's in store. Plenty for both managers to address during their halftime team talks. But after 45 minutes here in the MLS Cup playoffs, our scoreline reads live from Carson at the StubHub Center. The LA Galaxy 3, Real Salt Lake 1.
LA Galaxy is presented by StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app, start at StubHub, and let the fun find you.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
This is LA. The city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center. Your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
And welcome back to the StubHub Center live here in Carson, California, as the MLS Cup playoffs are kicking off with a bang. Christian Miles alongside the coach, Ralph Perez. Ralph, wow. What a first half here. 4 goals, 3 of which scored by the LA Galaxy. No hangover from the regular season tonight.
We talked about it briefly at the beginning of the game. What do you think back? You know, how did you end your year? Clearly the Galaxy have just had, I think, the convenient memory. They forgot how the season went. They're just saying, okay, we got to the playoffs. We're home, guys. Let's win this thing to get home again on Sunday. And everything that we've talked about, winning an MLS Cup, is still there to be had. And the way they played tonight, I mean, that half is one of the better halves I've seen all year from the Galaxy. Now can they continue that and move forward as they need to in this playoff series?
We shall see. Of course, this halftime report is brought to you by StubHub. Galaxy fans, did you know that the StubHub app is personalized just for you? Get the StubHub app today. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. All right, let's put your coach's cap on here. And if you're Real Salt Lake and Jeff Cassar, a manager, a head coach, whatever you want to call him, that's never been in this situation before, certainly against the LA Galaxy, but not in a playoff type of atmosphere here. What do you think he's saying to his boys right about now?
Well, I think the first thing is he's just trying to say, okay, guys, it's over. Let's focus on the last 45 that we have here, and let's get our act together. We got to get Morales the ball. We got to get a little better continuity in our offense because the ball's turning over too quickly and too fast. And we've got to get numbers going forward and get names, or numbers around the ball. So I think they got to build that up a little better because they're losing it too easily. And I think for sure someone's got to mark Boateng. They got to shut him down second half, because what they can't do now is trade goals. They got to shut the Galaxy down.
All right, well, we'll talk about the tactics here in just a moment, but it's halftime here at the StubHub Center. 2 goals from Emma Boateng coming in the space of 8 minutes, and a perfect complement to a 14th minute tap-in from Alan Gordon. Joao Plata hitting from the penalty spot and the lone strike from Real Salt Lake. But aside from that goal, it's been one-way traffic here. Halftime at StubHub, LA Galaxy 3, RSL 1. Keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com as our halftime show rolls on right after this.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shasta Zaz the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/playoffs.
Back to the StubHub Center here at Garcia, California. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple, tiki punch, strawberry, and California dreamin'. Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta. Christian Miles alongside Ralph Perez, and something that a lot of Galaxy fans did not see coming tonight. A team that's not exactly been starved for goals, but they haven't come in abundance either. A breakout performance here. 3 first-half strikes, 1 from Alan Gordon, 2 from Emmanuel Boateng, who has scored all 4 of his goals this season against Real Salt Lake. Tactically, a little bit of a tweak as Boateng, who started on the left, reverts to a right-sided role, and that really proved to be the magic touch for Bruce Arena.
Well, I think one of the things they decided to do was that the matchup, let's see how it works. And, you know, Landon on the right, okay, worked pretty well. They got a goal off that flank. They got Boateng a goal on the left. And then I think Bruce said, let's just switch it and put Landon against Wingert and see how that works. And then, you know, Boateng on the other side. And clearly, it's just kept the Galaxy with the fluidity that they need, the movements that they need. And clearly, I think the matchups of those 2 particular players, Donovan and Boateng, against their outside backs is is a bonus for the Galaxy, and has worked in their favor that first half.
Every department of the game, the LA Galaxy have absolutely dominated Real Salt Lake individually, in a team facet as well. And with the luxury of Robbie Keane on the bench, he's been held out of the last 2 regular season meetings. Hey, the way things are going right now, they may not need him, and perhaps giving him a chance to rest ahead of what looks like right now to be a big matchup against the Colorado Rapids in Colorado on Sunday afternoon, as the Western Conference semifinals would get started. First things first, plenty more coming up. We still got a second half ahead of us. Halftime here in Carson. LA Galaxy 3, RSL 1.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
And we welcome you back to the StubHub Center in Carson, California. The LA Galaxy kicking us off underway here, hoping to finish up right where they left off. Christian Miles alongside the coach Ralph Perez. If you're LA right now, you want more of the same. If you're RSL, big changes is what you're looking for. But in terms of personnel, it's as you were for both of these two. We'll see what's in store. Justin Glad and Chris Schuler partnering at the center of defense, and the uphill climb begins right now for the Utah side, who have it all to do if they want to keep their postseason hopes alive. Emma Boateng with his first touch of the second half and a brilliant turn, and around the world, if you will, from Sebastian Lletget, who makes it look oh so easy. 4-2-3-1 set up tonight here for the LA Galaxy, and a midfield two consisting of Seba Lletget and Baggio Husidic just in front of Robbie Rogers, Yella Van Dam, Daniel Steres, and Ashley Cole. But it's Real Salt Lake who won it back behind Kyle Beckerman, who sits just in front of that midfield two for LA. Alan Gordon leading the line with Giovanni Dos Santos hovering just underneath, Emma Boateng in that wide role. And Landon Donovan on the opposite side. Donovan will start on the left, and he's found himself in acres of space. Glad forced to come out of his central defensive position. Donovan doesn't quite have the speed he used to, drops that shoulder. Nicely tended to by the teenager. Ashley Cole in support. And a routine ball that's easily intercepted by RSL's Sunday Stevens. LA continue to boss it as they take over possession. Cole still advanced from his run. One would think that the tactics and the approach would change here from Real Salt Lake because nothing went right for them in the first half.
Well, I think one of the things I'm looking for to see is what they're doing out there with their team. You know, as far as they seem to have Beckerman up in a higher position to put some more pressing on there, which will open up some space underneath the back four. But you know, it's going to be an interesting turn of events here. What they do with their bench too. How long they wait to bring a Euro Masifian on.
Now, no substitutes by either team as we get set for an entertaining final 45 minutes. Here's DeMar Phillips just on the edge and that midfield line into the LA Galaxy half, and a robust challenge, you could say, from Daniel Steres, who brings down the best of Olmes Garcia. Free kick here for RSL, about halfway up into the LA Galaxy half. Dead balls are so vital, and Javi Morales, more than capable taker here for Real Salt Lake. The Argentinian, who's done it time in and time out, and has scored a plethora of goals in his career. 7 goals and 9 assists against the LA Galaxy. He could almost tack on a 10th assist, as he did win the penalty kick for Joao Plata in the first half. But they've got a lot of work to do now. Plata, as well as Morales behind it. A free kick taken by the former, and dealt with rather well by this LA Galaxy defense, who really stood up to the cause tonight. Here's Sunday Stevens, the young Nigerian. Nowhere to go, runs straight into Sebalajet, and Morales takes over. Space once again for Sunday, tries to play it through, and advantage played for Kyle Beckerman. Flag had stayed down. Stevens now plays it. Schuler still advanced from that free kick just moments ago. And this time the flag is up on Javi Morales as the LA Galaxy just squeeze the field, taking a page out of Real Salt Lake's book and playing a little higher line.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, what you really see now is that, you know, the Galaxy have the, you know, a lot of things in their favor. One, they got time on their hand now. It's against Real Salt Lake. Two, they're going to be in no rush to take kicks. They're going to take as much time off the clock as possible, as he's doing right now. And it's those things become more and more frustrating for Real Salt Lake.
Well, LA was 6-4 edge in shots, 3-2 in terms of shots on goal, 64% possession compared to just 36% at halftime to Real Salt Lake. In the final third, a lot of that passing accuracy really going according to plan, 77% for the Galaxy deep into RSL territory compared to 66% for Real Salt Lake. So those are the numbers for you here, but the only one that counts, LA Galaxy 3, RSL 1. As the Galaxy looking to progress to the Western Conference semifinals, and a date with the Colorado Rapids on Sunday afternoon in Commerce City, Colorado. Steres clears it, trying to pick out Alan Gordon. Justin Glad comes back, and here's Chris Schuler about 15 yards out in front of his own penalty area. Stevens forced to drop deep. Some high pressure applied by Alan Gordon. He continues his laborious work rate before he hits the deck and grabs his left thigh, and appears to be in some difficulty. The LA Galaxy man, wasn't pretty the way he went down, and he went straight for that thigh.
He went down on his own.
And this is not good news here, Ralph, because an LA Galaxy team that's been fighting injuries throughout. We talked about Zardes. We talked about, of course, Steven Gerrard, who was thought that he might be healthy tonight, but still kept out of the team because of that nagging hamstring problem. And now with Gordon, the options become that much more thin.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, watching it again, as he's running, he just goes down, and that looks like a real, you know, kind of an injury where, you know, something makes you pull up and then it gives out. And I'm not going to speculate from here, but he's walking off on his own a little bit. But clearly it looks like they're going to come with Robbie Keane right away. They're not going to even hesitate. and get Alan Gordon off right away.
So 2 waves of applause, one for the goal scorer, Alan Gordon, tough as nails. The 35-year-old from Long Beach giving away to the man from Dublin, 1 year his senior, and Robbie Keane makes his first appearance in 3 games. He has scored 10 or more goals for the last 5 seasons. And the number 7 coming on at just the right time. This is the perfect situation for Robbie Keane to be entering the picture.
Yeah, he's not pressing where you need goals or you got to get a goal to win or tie or what have you. You got a 2-goal cushion, and it gives him a chance to get into a flow, get his minutes there. The concern, though, obviously, is Alan Gordon. You don't want to lose him, you know, with the quick turnaround on Sunday, because he's obviously been playing very well for the Galaxy of late.
And speedy João Plata trying to get the best of Daniel Steres, does everything right, but the support late in arriving. There's a certain lethargy here, and it's a real cynical challenge. DeMar Phillips fouling Emmanuel Boateng. And remember, it's Phillips who's already been booked for another foul earlier in the first half against the LA Galaxy. And the very same player, he could be in very hot water right now as a sea of white and red gathers around match referee Alan Kelly, who is calling for order. But there is no doubt that this is a bookable offense.
He's telling everybody to get away. He could easily give a yellow, but he knows that if he gives this yellow, then, you know, it would make it 11 against 10. But it's clearly a yellow foul. It's flagrant, it's delay, it's tactical, whatever you want to call. Not playing the ball, is playing the man, and he avoiding that situation. So realistically, he has done the Galaxy no favors tonight with the penalty and now not giving the yellow.
And it appeared to be not just a foul, but an egregious foul, as there is no attempt to play it. Just a tug of the top from Phillips, and grabbing a lot of Emmanuel Boateng's torso, but no card given. And a big break for Real Salt Lake. Fortunate to be in an 11v11 situation.
Oh, that's a big one. If you're Jeff Cassar, you're holding your breath thinking, is he going to book him, or is it, you know, we're down to 10? And, you know, the fact that nothing came of it is pretty amazing to me. But that's clearly when a referee knows that fellow has a yellow, and I'm not gonna make the game 11 against 10 right now.
It's surely a situation. A foul is to be judged on its own merits, regardless of the status of the player. Van Dam misses out on the challenge. Garcia all the way back from the byline. The header from Javi Morales won't drop for João Plata, and nothing seems to be clicking right now for Real Salt Lake.
No, I agree with you, Christian, and there's no doubt that should not play into it, but it clearly looked to me it did.
Yeah.
Because if that's any other player, that's a yellow.
Absolutely. More blushes for the referee, who I'm sure upon further review will wish he had that one back. Meanwhile, Phillips, the escapee, trying to forage away here and conjure up something positive. Beckerman for Plata. This is good soccer now. Here's Juan Manuel Martinez, who's drifted over to the left-hand side, closed down by Boateng. Rogers just lurking behind, wide for DeMar Phillips, and there's nowhere to go for this RSL approach as Stevens lets it run. Beckerman has a little bit of space. Sunday Stevens in a 2-man game with the Americans. Beckerman chips it right in off the head of Martinez, who couldn't bring it down, and Olmes Garcia couldn't get to it before Robbie Rogers sends it up for Giovanni Dos Santos, who's fouled by Sunday Stevens. Niggling, cynical little challenges here from Real Salt Lake.
Well, you know, the challenge now that the Galaxy are confronted with is that, you know, yes, Real Salt Lake's getting a little bit more of the ball. Yes, they're getting a little more penetration. But the good thing is that they're not giving any opportunities to really get a good shot off at goal, you know. So you know that in that first 10, 12, 14 minutes span there, they're going to come hard. They're going to try to get one. And the Galaxy so far have weathered the first 10. And that's a key for, I'm sure, what Bruce addressed at halftime.
So Daniel Steres gives the free kick a ride over the head of Phillips and out across the byline, and a goal kick for Nick Raimondo. Hasn't had much to do here in the second half. Of course, you may remember Raimondo, the hero, back in 2009, making those penalty kick saves as Real Salt Lake lifted their one and only MLS Cup title. Well, each year in the U.S. alone, as many as 2 million youth experience a period of homelessness. Save the date and join us for a sleep out at StubHub Center on November 11th so that homeless youth don't have to. For more information, please visit lagalaxysleepout.org. Donovan takes over at midfield, supported by Ashley Cole, who makes that run into the RSL half. Donovan playing a little bit more withdrawn in a nice two-man game. Great understanding between those two on the left-hand side. So we're seeing that successful deployment of Donovan on the left and Boateng on the right, like we saw used so well in the first half.
Well, I think, one of the things that the Galaxy have got to do a little bit now is that, they've got to get themselves a little bit on track here a little bit, and that's what they've lost a little bit in this first half, is the combination of play as they start to build one up now.
Meanwhile, Rogers just storming in. Robbie Keane wearing the captain's armband now, taking it from Jelle Van Damme as he came on. Respect from the Belgian to the Irishman. Meanwhile, Morales bringing down Baggio Husidic midway inside the Real Salt Lake half, and a free kick now for the LA Galaxy.
And they're going to bring Euro in now.
So the change and the first switch of the evening for Real Salt Lake. And as Ralph just mentioned, it's Yuromov Sisian, the former star at Pasadena City College and Spartak Moscow. The 29-year-old Armenia international coming onto the scene to lead the line here. 9 goals and 3 assists. Nursing a slight heel injury. So they'll bring in some firepower up top. Meanwhile, Boateng going right back to work on Phillips, who he has just flat out owned this evening.
That was an interesting turn of events. I always try to watch that and see how things go. And when the sub that came off, he was not happy. Let's just put it that way. Juan Manuel Martinez was not happy. Coach Cassar put his hand out, and he just pulled his hand away. And that isn't going to go well for postseason meetings.
Nothing seems to be going right now. So Movsissi will take his spot at the center of that RSL attack. Plata flaring out on the wide right side, with Olmes Garcia moving from center forward to more of a left wing position. In that 4-3-3 setup right now, they're forced to gamble, down by 2 goals. It's now or never for Real Salt Lake, who find themselves just a half an hour away from seeing the end of their 2016 season, unless things click into gear and they get their act together. Here's the first touch for Yuromov Sisian. Brilliant ball for Olmes Garcia, who continues that hard running, squared across. Nicely intercepted inside the box by Jelle Van Damme. Garcia gets it back. It's Beckerman on the volley, and held in the end by Brian Rowe. But the best piece of attacking play we've seen from the visitors here in the second half.
Yeah, they've really outplayed the Galaxy this second half, to be very honest. And the Galaxy are just holding on a little bit, in the sense that they're not too worried yet. But I think that you can't start letting these guys get forward and start getting shots like that on goal.
And just not enough power on that volley from Beckerman. It would have been spectacular. Robbie Keane going right back to work just on the edge of the box. Just behind him, Landon Donovan, who opts for Baggio Husidic, who drifts in from central midfield. Here's Robbie Rogers, the converted fullback. Remember, playing a little more advanced as a winger in his days with the Columbus Crew, and earlier in his Galaxy career. Long searching ball for Robbie Keane, whose movement is great, but his timing isn't. Slightly off is the Irishman, and offsides against the LA Galaxy. You know, the movement of Robbie Keane has been applauded by so many of his teammates. Just appears to be on another level, and a feat that's really to be marveled at, considering that he's 36 years of age. There's no quit in the former Coventry City, Liverpool and Tottenham striker.
Well, I think, that's been his asset as a player, his movement without the ball. And you marvel over that, and then his work rate and his movement. And in the Galaxy, if he can come back healthy, that's a big bonus. Because, he can score goals like nobody's business. Yeah,
he's been hampered by a variety of injuries, whether it be a groin or a hip flexor. Lovely back heel from Plata, rather Morales trying to spring Yuromov Sisian. He's really injected an element of quality into this RSL front line. Here's Van Damme for LA. Looking very comfortable and buoyed by this fantastic home support here at StubHub. Baggio Husidic now for Sebastian Lletget, who's been a little quiet. He wants a piece of the action. Steris for his partner Van Dam. Good movement out the ball from Ashley Cole, summoning Justin Glad outside of his comfort zone. Donovan arriving in support. This is Leggett. He's really done well to adapt and moving inside from his left-sided role into a more central position. Donovan taking that role right now. He's got Gio Dos Santos in front of him. A lot of red shirts as well. Robbie Rogers calling for it, but it's cut out by Joao Plata. And here they come. Little Joao Plata leading the charge at a 2v4, met by the meaty challenge of Bazia Hushidits, who thought he had won the ball. And he's going to be the first player cautioned for the Galaxy tonight after that foul on Plata. And in the end, perhaps a wise decision made by the Galaxy man.
Well, it was a clear foul and you know, bad pass and a turnover by the Galaxy. So now, you know, these are the things that you got to be cautious of, you know, of not turning balls over like that to create counterattacks against you when you're pushing people forward. And that one there, Baggio came in there and really raised that foot. It was a clear yellow easily.
So free kick now for Javi Morales. Baggio Husidic, confirmation of the yellow card right into the mixer. Uncomfortable as RSL able to win the header, but no harm done for Brian Rowe in the Galaxy goal. Well, don't miss a single match for the 2017 LA Galaxy season. Secure the best seats at the best price. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $16.50 per match. All you have to do is head over to lagalaxy.com/season tickets. Down goes Robbie Keane. Free kick in the Galaxy. Had a lot of urgency, a lot of fire now, but it's about match management inside a half an hour left here in this Western Conference knockout round playoff clash. Winner take all. Of course, the Western Conference semifinals will become a two-legged or two-game series. The first game, of course, will be played away to the Colorado Rapids coming up on Sunday, October 30th. Bazia Hushidit sprays it around. Acres of space now for Giovanni Dos Santos. It's set on the way. Sebastian Leggett picks up his head. Robbie Keane arrives with the cross a little too deep for the Irishman. Tracked down by Landon Donovan. RSL not out of the woods, and it's Giovanni Dos Santos and Robbie Keane who just got their lines crossed as it comes safely out for a Nick Raimondo goal kick.
But there's a deferment there. When that ball goes in, I thought Sebastian goes to goal. But he saw Robbie Keane trying to get him in the game, trying to get him an opportunity to look at goal. But I thought he could have just taken that one in himself and hammered it and see what he could do with it. But fair enough, you know, being unselfish, trying to get the captain into the game.
Yeah, sometimes in those situations, you want your player just to be a little bit more ruthless. Of course, Seba Leggett so comfortable in his new role. 5 assists in his last 9 games, featuring in the center of midfield since the departure of Nigel de Jong. Ashley Cole just skinning defenders left and right, gets in behind, sets it up. Gio Dos Santos arrives on that diagonal run, and it's cleared away by Justin Glad. It's a good spell this from the hosts. Up 3-1, 65 minutes in. Baggio Husidic in no hurry to get things going. The Galaxy, of course, scoring 57 times this year, including tonight. Good for the best mark in the Western Conference. 4th best attacking record in Major League Soccer coming into the playoffs. Dos Santos trying to set it up for Seba Leggett, and things just not quite falling into sync. Here's Gio for Emmanuel Boateng, who hasn't had a touch for a while. Giovanni Dos Santos. And the advancing run is Ashley Cole getting very comfortable in that Real Salt Lake half. Former Liverpool man Robbie Keane just trying to sneak it through for the former Chelsea player, to no avail. Donovan retrieves possession. Baggio Husidic thinks about a shot, tries to chip it through, but it's read nicely by Real Salt Lake's Justin Glad, and the counterattack is on for the visitors. Van Dam coming in a little bit high on that challenge from Olmes Garcia, but enough to win it back despite the protests from the Real Salt Lake attacker. Throw in for the Galaxy. And chance of JVD, Jelle Van Dam, around the StubHub Center. They do love the big Belgian. He's a colorful figure, very popular off the pitch, and really quite the personality to follow on social media. Far side, and the cross attempted to be put in. It comes off of Landon Donovan, and a Real Salt Lake corner kick. And this could be really a golden ticket for them to claw one back and cut that deficit to just one.
Well, you know, Landon's worked hard on both sides of the ball tonight, getting back, blocking players, getting up and down. He's put in some miles there, and you know, he played, you know, on Sunday, so this is encouraging to see what he's doing tonight.
Morales takes the corner kick. It drops. Here's João Plata, and bravely blocked by Baggio Husidic. Donovan saying after the game against FC Dallas on Sunday, it's the first time since he's come out of retirement that he hasn't really worried about his fitness. Plata deep, and strong header away by Jelle Van Damme. Morales twisting and turning on the edge of the box, and corner between Baggio Husidic and the byline. Well won back by the Galaxy number 6. And here they come. Giovanni Dos Santos for the hard running, and it's on the far side. Here come the LA Galaxy. Of all people, it's Daniel Steres cutting it back. Steres has it blocked by Justin Glad. Rather, Robbie Rogers, my apologies, who had stormed forward.
Yeah, Robbie came, and he came with pace. He cut it back, but I thought he was going to try to find Robbie on the far side, and he tried to do it himself. And a good work by RSL to put that counter attack to sleep.
Doesn't quite have that breakaway speed, but Phillips, the good-looking ball, trying to pick out Juromov Sisian. If it wasn't for the foot of Jelle Van Damme at the 11th hour, it could be very well 3-2. And another corner kick, the second in the space of a minute and a half. And we're going to get set to see the second switch tonight for Real Salt Lake. And we'll see what's in store. It's going to be a tweak to the midfield as they look for more goals and more attacking play. Javi Morales is going to come off as Luke Mulholland will check in to the game now for RSL. So Mulholland checks in. Meanwhile, the corner kick taken right into the teeth of that LA Galaxy defense and out. So we'll see what the Englishman can bring to the attack. Luke Mulholland coming in, so youth for experience. They lose perhaps a little creative ingenuity, Ralph, with Morales now on the sideline, but perhaps a little bit more thrust and energy.
Yeah, I think Morales looked a little done at the end there physically, and I think they're just trying to bring in some energy, some pace to the game, because they clearly are desperate now. And you know, I'm sure Morales wanted to stay on, but it was a coach's decision.
So Luke Mulholland with 4 goals and 2 assists. Has featured prominently this year, appearing in 33 of the 34 regular season games for Real Salt Lake. It's been a good start to the second half, but haven't had that penetration and the clear-cut chances, the visitors. Tested the wits of this LA Galaxy defense and its ability to manage a game through 90 minutes. Long ball over the top, tracked down by DeMar Phillips. Pressure applied by LA's Seba Lletget. Clearance only as far as the head of Robbie Rogers, who just gets a foot in on João Plata, and that's a real important intervention, as Plata was close to being off to the races. Here's Mulholland, operating in a deeper role in central midfield, sprays it out wide for Chris Wingert, a former Columbus Crew man. LA content to defend, and a lot of white shirts back now for the hosts. Mulholland just pumps one in off the head of Seba Lletget. It drops. It's Chris Wingert, saved by Rowe in the volley attempt by João Plata, but the flag had gone up against the Ecuadorian. But great reflexes from Brian Rowe in the LA goal.
That was well hit, and Rowe did a nice job of parrying that ball back. And you know, the Real Salt Lake is pushing for that goal, and they're doing their best, but they still haven't been able to get one. And it's Galaxy got to try to do something to stop this, because it's clearly going their way. Oh.
And here's a cynical foul. Sunday Stevens rips down Emmanuel Boateng right in front of Bruce Arena. And no question about that booking. Emmanuel Boateng has made life a living hell for these RSL defenders tonight. Stevens, the third man book for the visitors.
He's clearly played his best of the year tonight, and has been really something that, as we said earlier, just a handful for the RSL defenders to deal with.
So Sunday, Steven, confirmation of the booking. Remember, you can train like the pros. Do at the LA Galaxy Winter Soccer Camps driven by Chevy. Check out all the winter camps at lagalaxy.com/camps for a full schedule and locations. So Boateng being tended to by the medical staff, a player I'm sure that everyone will be watching with bated breath, hoping he is okay, because in the absence of Giassi Zardes as well as Steven Gerrard, he has been aptly filling in and done it ever so well with 2 goals in the first half. And Bruce Arena looks to his substitutes bench, and he's going to bring on Mike McGee. And perhaps not wanting to risk Boateng, is perhaps Bruce Arena is starting to think about Sunday, and he'll have to do it very much in the tradition of squad rotation, because if the LA Galaxy can hang on and advance, they will be playing on Sunday in their 3rd game in 8 days, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
Sure, but
plenty of soccer remaining, but something to think about.
Well, the funny part is that the Galaxy are deciding, okay, is Boateng going to go back on, or are we going to hold off on that sub? And now he's gone back on, so that's a positive to see that he's able to go back on. Long
searching ball. It's Yurimov Sisian beating Daniel Steres to it, but his cross for Olmes Garcia overhit. Slick stuff from RSL. And his winger stands up in front of Landon Donovan about 10 yards from goal, and Jelle Van Am just bowls over Luke Mulholland. Flag goes up. One wonders if advantage was played. In the end, it's offside against Real Salt Lake.
And Salt Lake's going to burn their sub here. One more to come on.
So we'll see Jeff Cassar make another switch here. So Chris Wingert will come off, and Jordan Allen will come on. He have 3 goals and 2 assists. And no doubt about it, they're throwing all caution to the wind. Here comes the kitchen sink being thrown at the LA Galaxy as it's go for broke time for Real Salt Lake. They need goals, and they need them bad, because they are 16 minutes from exiting the MLS Cup playoffs on the first time of asking. That after a 1-year layoff, after finishing 9th in 2015. Moff Sisian halfway into the Galaxy half. Pops out to Kyer Beckerman. Space in the center now for João Plata. And a backtracking Landon Donovan does it again. Tell you what, perhaps it's not going to light up the stat sheet like Emmanuel Boateng, but Landon Donovan contributing mightily tonight.
No, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. I think he's put in the mileage that you need him to do. And, there was a concern of the turnaround from Sunday to Wednesday. And this was a positive. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with McGee and who they bring him in for.
Here's Giovanni Dos Santos slithering around Sunday Steven, who's the guilty party once again. He's got to tread lightly, because he's one of 3 RSL players on a yellow card. And we saw DeMar Phillips really escape a sending off at the discretion of referee Alan Kelly, and a lot of anxious faces looking towards the match referee. So we're going to see Boateng exit the pitch, and a standing ovation for the little Ghanaian. By far and away his best ever performance as a member of this LA Galaxy team. 2 big goals tonight, and a wonderful performance from the little Ghanaian winger.
Well, it was clearly his best game to date. Couldn't have picked a better time to play his best game in the playoffs and step it up, getting 2 goals. Obviously, he likes playing RSL.
4 goals this season, all 4 against Real Salt Lake. So Leggett is onside. Great looking ball across, meeting the head of the defense. Donovan tried to bring it down off the chest in the valley, and the crowd wants a foul, and the crowd is going to get a foul. Just inside the half moon, or the D, whatever you want to call it, that little half circle just outside the penalty area. And this despite the vehement protests by Real Salt Lake. Not an auspicious night for the referee as we get set for the final quarter of an hour here in Carson.
Well, I think that, what the Galaxy have shown tonight is that, defensively they were good. Offensively, they were solid. They did what they had to do tonight. It's kind of funny how sometimes in soccer that turns out the way. You get 4 goals in the first half and it seems like you can't find one in the second half, but that surely works in the Galaxy's favor. And this is a performance that clearly they need for some confidence going forward, and because they're headed into a really tough series if they are to win this one tonight.
There is no doubt about it. It's going to be Gio Dos Santos who's waved off all comers. It's Giovanni Dos Santos, deflected off the wall and out. Corner kick for the Galaxy, and you can see there is venom in the Mexican's eyes. He wants to get in on the scoring act tonight. Comfortable lead, 2 goals out in front, but as they say in soccer, the most dangerous lead is by 2 goals.
I hear that one, but I'll tell you right now, if you're Bruce Arena, you're liking where you're at, where Cassar is suffering being 2 goals down. So, I mean, it's a tough one, though, for Salt Lake right now. They've got to find an answer some way.
Here's Gio to take it, headed away by the substitute Mulholland. Just at midfield, Ashley Cole has a crack at it, and that one goes askew on that volleyed attempt. Dos Santos brings it down, supported by Jelle Van Dam. The big Belgian able to keep possession. And yeoman's work performed by the former Standard Liège big central defender. As LA retained possession, Olmes Garcia fouling everybody and his mother at midfield. And finally, a free kick is awarded. Just reckless from the young Colombian.
Well, that's where you got to be now real careful with this recklessness that RSL starting to show, to not sustain an injury with with Sunday's match and looming there. So
you just get to a point of the match where perhaps frustration starting to bed in for RSL. Here's Mike McGee, who was recently brought on for Boateng. Very much a different player in a similar position. The depth of the LA Galaxy, and my oh my, will it come in handy, especially at this time of year. Cole met by the challenge. It pops into the feet of Joao Plata, who can't control. Landon Donovan tending to his defensive duties, as he has done all night, setting Seba Leggett on his way, and he just rolls right past the teenager Glad. Leggett with his head up and confident.
That tells you a little bit about the Galaxy depth, that you bring in a sub for Alan Gordon, you bring in Robbie Keane, league former MVP, you bring in Mike McGee, a former league MVP, off the bench and experience. So when you have that kind of blessing in your depth in your roster, that's really good to have.
Things going according to plan. LA getting so close they can start to think about Sunday. Not out of the woods yet, however. The Olays being broken out inside the StubHub Center. It's all Galaxy right now. Donovan turning back the clock, linking up on that far side with the advanced Ashley Cole. And Cole's countryman Mulholland puts it out at play. Throw in for the hosts. Nobody saw it coming. But the belief and the depth of this squad has been put to the ultimate test, and as we have seen throughout years past, the LA Galaxy coming through with flying colors so far. There's a long road ahead, including a little over 10 minutes remaining in this one. Mulholland, first time touch, nicely played for DeMar Phillips, and he gives it away to the advanced Robbie Rogers. Rogers able to win it back inside his own half. Van Dam, once again, just hindered from behind from Olmes Garcia, and one wonders how long Garcia is going to go before he is booked for persistent infringement.
Well, this is one of the things you got to worry about, as a coach. You worry about someone getting a silly injury this late in the game when it's really kind of meaningless.
Your LA Galaxy in the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Be a part of the action as your LA Galaxy look to capture a record 6th MLS Cup. Tickets on sale now at lagalaxy.com/playoffs. Long punt by Rowe off the head of Salt Lake left back DeMar Phillips, and out for a Mike McGee throw. one more will do it for LA as they look to put the final nail in the coffin and send RSL packing for 2016. The 5th time they have met in the playoffs. This their 7th game against each other. Leggett has shown some trickery. Gets around one, foul by Beckerman. No call awarded, and it comes out for a free kick, or rather goal kick for Nick Raimondo, and a chorus of boos raining down on the head of referee Alan Kelly. Jean Plata getting in behind Robbie Rogers, anticipated well by Jelle Van Dam. That adventurous streak has really come in handy as LA have been able to maintain possession and really stay on top of RSL in large stretches this evening. Here's Steven, gives it away cheaply. And it's the Utah team that really is unable to string anything of consequence together right now. And it just might be a bridge too far. 8 minutes remaining here at the StubHub Center before LA can find themselves back in the Western Conference semifinals for the first time since they defeated Real Salt Lake on aggregate 5-0. En route to the MLS Cup in 2014, the man that did it last time, Landon Donovan, sets Robbie Keane on his way, who just trying to knock off a little bit of that rust. Wishes he could have that one back as he was in. Players coming back at just the right time. Speculation that Gyasi Zardes, who's been out since August with a broken metatarsal in his foot, might be able to feature. That not the case. Out of the 18. Robbie Keane is back in. Mike McGee arrives now. Looking to compound the misery for RSL, but Beckerman able to win it back just on top of his own penalty area. Steris, awkward, but it keeps Movsisian away, and he's cut a really lonely figure leading the line up top tonight for Real Salt Lake since coming on in the second half. Phillips at midfield, just treading close to that chalk on the near sideline. Schuler now locates Mulholland, who's dropped into that withdrawn central midfield role, and he springs a brilliant run from Olmes Garcia. A little ahead of himself. Ashley Cole there defensively on the edge of the box, and he stood him up well. It was the 35-year-old Englishman against the 24-year-old Colombian. Advantage to RSL, who've got themselves another corner kick. So Jean Plata to take it on that far side, off that right foot, and beware the outswinger. Garcia amongst the targets. Timely delivery, and Baggio Husidic gets ahead to it. Luke Mahon in the corner of the penalty box, chips one over and out. Just trying to pick out that top corner of Brian Rowe's goal, but that was ambitious to say the least. But the question is, did it take a deflection of a Galaxy defender? And that's what the referee's assistant has adjudged.
Yeah, they've judged it that it was a deflection. And they got another corner here.
So Plata once again, same side, right into the teeth of that defense. Steris, once again it's Mulholland supported. This is the fullback Phillips, who pumps it right back in. Beckerman flicks to that far post off the crossbar, and the bicycle overhead attempted by Yuramov Sisian as it's punched away by Brian Rowe in goal. A big brush with disaster, but disaster averted for the Galaxy. And the counterattack is on. Past midfield is Robbie Rogers, and it's Robbie Keane calling for it. He lets it run. Thought he had Giovanni Dos Santos closer to him, but easy in the end for the Real Salt Lake defense.
Well, that was a break. The crossbar became a big fan for the Galaxy. I mean, that ball was blocked, and that would have been something had that one gone in. That would have been really a tough one to concede late in the game, but fortunately the Galaxy had lady luck on their side.
It's all fallen into place. Baggio Husidic ripped down by Kyle Beckerman, and the U.S. men's national team star wins it, carries inside the Galaxy half, but once again they can't string anything together, and they have made life easy in that midfield as the Galaxy have really won that battle in the center of the park this evening. Cole for Husidic, and Ashley Cole on a little scamper here, squares it for Robbie Keane, splits two defenders. Didn't he do well? 36 years of age and undaunted. Robbie Keane saying, hey, at the beginning of this game, it's time to separate the men from the boys. And he separated himself from two of them right there.
Yes, he did. Did a nice job, and I think they're going to give Landon a break here, a well-deserved break. To take him off at this stage of the game.
So substitution coming on. Jeff Laurentowicz replacing the blue-collar Landon Donovan, known for his electric exploits in the attack, but tonight very much linking with the midfield, tending to his defensive duties. He had a role in the first goal, setting it up for Alan Gordon. And Landon Donovan putting in perhaps the best shift since he's come out of retirement and coming back into full match fitness. So on comes Laurentowicz as they look to shore things up. First things first, about 25 yards out now for Giovanni Dos Santos on the free kick. He'll play it through. Robbie Keane is in, flag is down. The Irishman trying to really pick it out of the spokes right now. Clever turn as he keeps possession alive, closed down by Jordan Allen. And possession conceded. Robbie Rogers, meanwhile, keeps it going for LA. Switches it wide on the left now for Jelle Van Dam. Covering for Ashley Cole. And it's a handball against Omez Garcia just inside the RSL half. And on the far side, so another free kick. And time is running out on Real Salt Lake. And for the second consecutive time, they could be bounced from the playoffs by their California nemesis.
Well, I think one of the things that you could see with this Galaxy team, with the experience that they've got out there, I mean, the real rookie was, you know, Boateng and Rowe and Stairs, and they've all done well tonight.
McGee just rolls around DeMar Phillips. Clever stuff. Took a deflection on the way in, but Ramondo, no real problem. 34-year-old legs of Landon Donovan getting a well-deserved rest on that LA Galaxy bench. Here's Rogers at right back trying to inch it upfield for McGee, who can't turn it past DeMar Phillips, but LA keep it on the throw. 89th minute here at StubHub. LA Galaxy with 8 wins in their 17 games on home soil in the regular season. Perhaps too many draws than they would have liked. 8 ties in those 17 games here at StubHub. In fact, LA is setting a record, a club record for draws this year, with 16 of them in the 34 games in the regular season campaign. Chris Schuler just sending it up only as far as Robbie Rogers. Jeff Laurentowicz gets his first touch to it, and it's a header, wearing the headband tonight, strangely enough, the former Chicago Fire man. Beckerman, head tennis off of Jelle Van Dam, and Baggio Husidic scooted forward now for Sebastian Lletget. Full head of steam just past midfield, and a lot of red in front of him. Husidic. Final minute plus added on time, and it looks as though LA Galaxy are going to ease into the next phase of the MLS Cup Playoffs. They've managed to progress into the Western Conference semifinals each and every time but one, and that was in 2015 when Seattle Sounders ended their dreams. And what LA Galaxy thought was premature, so 3 minutes will be added on. Confirmation from the 4th official at midfield.
I think the biggest thing that the Galaxy had to dodge tonight in that second half was the one that hit the crossbar. You know, overall they did a good job defensively in this second half.
It hasn't been, while it's been better and more spirit here, Ralph, from Real Salt Lake, really nothing too potent. Giovanni Dos Santos trying to really kick it into high gear. If there's been perhaps one blemish on the evening, Dos Santos, not the dominant performance that a lot of people were expecting and hoping from the young Mexican.
Well, that's good and bad. You know, yeah, that's encouraging that they won 3-1 and he didn't have a really a great game. And So you know he'll come back on the next game and I think give him a better effort.
Here's DeMar Phillips. It really is the measure of championship caliber teams. If you can play well in the midst of injuries, suspensions, and of course some of your better players not on top form. It's been a heck of a season though for Gio Dos Santos. Pushes it right into the teeth of that defense. Plata may drop for Mulholland now on Sunday Steven, sending it right back to the near side for João Plata, who pumps it in straight past the waiting foot of Laurentowicz. LA in some hot water. Rose scrambling. Mulholland just arriving late. Tell you what, Rowe was outside of his line, and Schuler gives it a thump straight into the LA Galaxy fan section and well off target.
Well, there's no quit in this RSL team. You got to give them that due. You got to give them the fact that they battle to the very, very end. Here they are pressing, Chills trying to get a goal here at injury time. And, you know, it was a matter of halves. I think the Galaxy couldn't have played any better that first half. You knew they weren't going to sustain that for a second half, and clearly RSL stepped it up in the second half, but the Galaxy were able to keep them at one.
Remember, keep it here on LAGalaxy.com. Coach Ralph Perez and I will have a full recap of the MLS Cup Playoff knockout round match tonight here from StubHub. Beckerman gives it a ride, trying to pick out Movsissi, and he's cut a figure of frustration as well as silence. Mike McGee tracks it down and keeps it in play. Into the third and final minute of added on time. Schuler harassed by Robbie Keane. Nice to see him get a share of the minutes tonight before the Sunday trip to Colorado, in which altitude will be a factor. Mulholland. And now it's just a matter of time. Beckerman for the other substitute, Jordan Allen, who's flared out wide on that right-hand side. DeMar Phillips pumps the cross in. Garcia drifts just alongside the shoulder of Yura Movsissi, but his header popping up aimlessly. Phillips thought about the cross. He'll drive one in, and now Brian Rowe had that one all the way as it sails high over the bar. Somewhere between a cross and a shot that was, but something that really wasn't of consequence in the end. And 90 minutes are in the books. The LA Galaxy progressed to the Western Conference semifinals. For the first time in 2 years, a comprehensive 3-1 win, Ralph Perez.
Yeah, it was, and it was clearly what the Galaxy needed to do with their situation there. I mean, as far as, you know, coming out, making a good, strong statement in their game and what they have to do. And for me, I think that, you know, it was an important way to start the playoffs, you know, to come out there and be strong on both sides of the ball. Because I think even the goal they conceded tonight, there is a little bit of a question mark on that one. But I think, you know, clearly for me, you know, it's a quick turnaround the way this MLS structure is. Everyone's finishing on Sunday, and then there was 2 matches today, 2 tomorrow, and then a whole bunch of matches on Sunday, which is, you know, really a lot for soccer to, you know, when you're talking about a playoff situation, you know, which is going to be the next series, a home and away leg.
Yeah, we'll see about that. It's all about rest and regeneration here. The LA Galaxy will be away to the Colorado Rapids as the Western Conference semifinals will commence in Commerce City this coming Sunday against the second place team in the Western Conference this year, the Colorado Rapids, who finished 6 points above the LA Galaxy, but a dominating performance, and all of the goals, all 4 of them, 3 of which scored by LA, coming in the first half. It was Alan Gordon taking a lovely flick from Giovanni Dos Santos via the Landon Donovan cross, but 7 minutes later on the 21st, João Plata converting from the penalty spot after Emmanuel Boateng had fouled Javi Morales, but Boateng more than atoning for his sins with 2 first-half strikes. LA went into halftime up 3-1, and they go into full-time 3-1. All right, stick around. Keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com. When we return, Ralph and I will have a full recap as the LA Galaxy advance into the 2016 MLS Cup Playoffs.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta. StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs. LA Galaxy is presented by...
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Success for the LA Galaxy as they managed to take care of Real Salt Lake by 3-1 and advance on to the Western Conference semifinals. Well, they will get set to take on the Colorado Rapids coming up on Sunday in a huge clash. But talk about a performance, Ralph, night and day between the regular season and the playoffs. What got in to the Galaxy tonight?
Well, I think, you know, it's exactly what you're hoping for when you start the playoffs, to get off to a good start, which they did. They got a goal. Then they got a questionable penalty kick, but they responded well to come back. And I think that's a real bonus and a plus. The first half was as good as you can ask them to play. Second half, I think what they did was they played well to manage the game and do what they had to do. And clearly, you know, the guy who stole the show tonight for me was Mr. Boateng. I mean, he lit it up with not only the 2 goals, but his stellar play on the flanks and taking the one-on-one duels to another level. And So I think that the whole thing with the way it is, though, you enjoy this tonight, and then you got to really get back tomorrow, recover, regenerate, and then you got another game on Sunday staring you right down the road. There's where the other team is, on a nice rest midweek.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how things progress against Pablo Mastroeni's men. Back to this game, though. A stroke of genius, perhaps. I mean, you see it quite often when wingers swap flanks, but when Emmanuel Boateng found himself in a 1v1 position against Damar Phillips, he really managed to get the better of the Real Salt Lake fullback.
Well, I think that was the difference. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the game. We said, okay, realistically, Morales and Dos Santos didn't have the games that you anticipate or expect from those two. But then you really look at what Boateng really did versus Plata, and it was clearly in favor for the Galaxy in that situation, and was huge. And to be very frank and honest here, if you say to me prior to the game that Boateng's going to get you 2 goals and play that kind of game, that was a nice, pleasant surprise. Not that he can't do it, but to do it in a playoff situation, a young player, clearly was tremendous for him and for the Galaxy tonight. And that's something that I'd say would be the real difference maker in this match.
Yeah, we have to, of course, pay notice to what will transpire this Sunday. The LA Galaxy will actually be hosting the first leg of the Western Conference semifinals against the Colorado Rapids. So a little bit of relief, because you've got to talk about the fact that 3 games in the space of 8 days, at least no travel involved.
That's huge. That's a big bonus that you're playing them in StubHub, where they ended the season in Los Angeles with Dallas on Sunday, playing this Wednesday match here, and now you're going to have to turn around Sunday. So that is a benefit. The players are in their home beds. They're at home. No travel. They can do all the things they need to do right away. No time lost. But then, clearly for me, I think the challenge is that, that's tough. And it's really tough because, that's 3 on your legs. It's only going to be 2 on the Rapids. But, hey, it's the playoffs. And at the end, there's no excuses. You just got to go out and overcome issues.
All right, well, let's move on to our man of the match, brought to you by Herbalife. Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. I mean, hands down, this is a no-brainer. Emmanuel Boateng takes it head and shoulders above the rest here. A player that has really risen to the fore, played better and better as the regular season has worn on. I mean, aside from the goals here and aside from the sheer pace, what else have you noticed from Emmanuel Boateng in specifics to tonight's performance?
Well, I think what he did was, besides his goals and his overall play, when you have that kind of player wide, it really forces the Real Salt Lake defense to be stretched with the width factor, that they got to deal with that type of player and have to deal with that. Secondly, I think what also did for the Galaxy tonight is that he made things happen constantly, put defenders in trouble, made defenders pick up yellow cards. And, it's really difficult when you, as a defender, that when you pick it up and pick those cards up, it really then has a little bit of in the back of your mind, hey, I got a card, I can't get another card. And it makes you play defense a little more cautiously.
All right, well, if we had to take one lingering lesson of the match here, what did we learn about this Galaxy team that was fraught with inconsistency? And we talked about space of winning just 3 times in the last 14 regular season games, 1 win in their last 5. What's the enduring lesson through this first 90 minutes of the playoffs tonight here, Coach?
Well, I think the funniest part is simply this, is that I think that you see what we've been all wanting to see, a Galaxy team that can come out and play at a level that they're capable of, and that's been a little bit of, I think, the frustration within the coaching staff, the players, the fans this season. And at the end, now you kind of say, okay, that's behind you, you're moving forward. And a game like tonight just gives you the right frame of mind going into Sunday, that I think this team thinks that they could play with every team in the league. and I think this team thinks that they can win. And I think one of the good things is that the game on Sunday will be here at StubHub, where they have only lost one match all year. So it really does help you to set the tone, and I think you could tactically and technically, you know, the Galaxy really want to come out on Sunday. This is their place. They got to come out and try to get the positive result here. Then they know what they have to do going to Colorado, Commerce City, to figure out the tactics once they get there.
And that is indeed what is next for the LA Galaxy, the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. The Galaxy will host Colorado in the first leg of the Western Conference semifinals coming up this Sunday at 7:30, folks. So just a reminder, StubHub, Sunday night, 7:30. LA Galaxy against the Rapids of Colorado in the first leg of the Western Conference semifinals, a game you don't want to miss. And before we sign off and say goodnight here from Carson, Ralph, how far can this LA Galaxy team go in these 2016 playoffs?
Well, I think that one of the things that I think they can do, I think that this team believes in themselves. This team believes in championships. Anything less than not getting to an MLS Cup final is not the success that they're looking for. I think this team believes that they can get to the final. It might be that, you know, they might have to go on the road just based on their point total. But I think that they feel that they can do this. Now, granted, I think so does the other clubs. I think Colorado and FC Dallas have had great years. And the match tomorrow between Kansas City and Seattle will be a tough one. But they don't have to worry about that. That would only have to worry about who comes out of that side of the bracket. I think right now their focus is on the Rapids. And I think in the games that they play with the Rapids this year, I think they felt that in all those games they've been in it. So it'll be, you know, again, the mindset and the preparation. But what I saw tonight and the mentality and the quality of play, they show me that they're on the right road for a chance to get to the final. Well, they did hit all the right notes. And up next, the Colorado Rapids. I mean, you touched on it briefly. And before we say goodnight, I mean, we saw Real Salt Lake team, let's be honest here, a little bit out of sorts, lacking in quality, lacking in cohesion. That certainly has not been the problem this year with the Colorado Rapids, who have really engineered one of the biggest turnarounds in terms of a single season from 2015 to 2016. No, I think that you're 100% right. And when I always look at things there, you know, the Rapids are the best as far as the least amount of goals given up. And they've been stingy, and that's a good formula to winning championships. But I think the situation clearly for me, when you look at the playoffs, you know, the talent and the players you need to have the talent, the Galaxy have it. And I think so does the Rapids. So I think that the challenge going to this final game here of this one, I think that's what happened tonight. I think the Galaxy put Real Salt Lake in a situation where they had to play catch up and threw them out of sorts. And that's in a one-game situation. That's it. Now this one is a little different because it's really 180 minutes and maybe more. 90 minutes here, 90 minutes there, potential if it has to go overtime, PKs. So the tactics change a little bit. But for sure tonight, the way Bruce wanted his club to play and the way they played, it all worked out dandy, and it didn't come together at all for Salt Lake. Well, they stepped on the gas from the get-go. The goals coming in the 14th minute, the equalizer on the 21st, but strikes from Emmanuel Boateng on the 26th and the 34th, enough to power the LA Galaxy through to the next round of the playoffs, where they will get set to take on the Colorado Rapids this Sunday here at the StubHub Center. Kickoff time at 7:30 from Carson. Well, that's going to do it for us. On behalf of the entire crew, as well as my partner, Coach Ralph Perez, I'm Christian Miles saying so long from the StubHub Center. Once again, the final score, the LA Galaxy 3, Real Salt Lake 1.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Over the course course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation '92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo. No!
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
When the Galaxy win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Galaxy victory, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders using promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off your entire online order of regular menu price items the day after the Galaxy win. Enter promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
This is LA, the city of champions. The LA Galaxy need your support as they chase their record 6th MLS Cup. On October 30th at StubHub Center, your LA Galaxy take on the Colorado Rapids in the Western Conference semifinals of the 2016 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/playoffs.
Hey fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, get the StubHub app. The StubHub app puts your teams, your favorite artists, and your hood in one place. And now you can find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. We take the price and location of seats and show you which give you the best deal. Our experts have done all the work for you. So get the StubHub app and find the best value on seats today. StubHub is a proud sponsor of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by StubHub. Next time you need seats for a Galaxy game, download the StubHub app, start at StubHub, and let the fun find you. Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.